Alright, this is set number 1 on Ensk. Insidious Gaming as the blue side, starting up to the north.
And in the south, we are going to have, of course, Front Mission, the enemy team for Insidious Gaming today.
Yeah, why don't you take me through the tank lineup real quick?
Well, just looking at, this is Insidious Gaming over here on the left. They have 2 AMX 5100s, 1 KV5, and 2 110s.
A very standard setup, actually.
Yeah.
This is a setup that they've been consistently rolling out, except actually there's this new tank called the Borsig. I don't know if you actually seen it yet, but the Borsig is a tank destroyer. It's actually a fairly new addition to this game. It came out, I believe, last patch or 2 patches ago. But this tank destroyer now, we don't see it right now currently, but that tank destroyer, I mean, literally, it can take down an IS-3 in 2 shots.
That's incredible. I mean,
I know. Yeah, but anyway, unfortunately, we can't see it just yet for this particular set, but already we do see MiTH.Front Mission pushing up this railway area.
Yeah, that's very interesting. You know, Inns is one of these matches where we are prone to see a lot of teams, you know, camp for the first 5 minutes, take it easy. You know, it is a bit of a defensive map because there is so many buildings, but already, you know, MiTH.Front Mission just trying to gain more of a forwards position maybe on the map, trying to
just get more map control.
Yeah, more map control in the middle of that map. If they do set up a good position up there at the top of those railways, you know, it can be beneficial to them if they are able to snipe from many different locations onto the Insidious tanks. So I like what they're doing here actually right away.
It's definitely extremely risky because not only are they undergunned, they have that AMX-13, so against Nice's KV5, it's going to be extremely hard for them to penetrate this defensive maneuver coming out from Insidious Gaming. If they want to take this set, they can absolutely not push in from this direction because look, if you can't actually see it on your map right now, but Insidious Gaming's position right now, they're all kind of clustered up to the northern part of the city, and if the MiTH.Front Mission decides to go up the railway and then push in from the kind of northern part of the railway tracks, they're going to get mangled. They're just going to get completely destroyed. They're going to walk into a trap, and then this set is going to be completely one-sided in favor of Insidious Gaming. So luckily now they have spotted Nisa and Deathskies, so they know generally now where these Insidious Gaming members are, and I'm expecting them to actually, oh, nice damage actually getting thrown down to Deathskies here.
Yeah, actually, they have a pretty good position here in the line of tanks, or the line of trains, I have to say, on the railway. They did get that nice shot onto Deathskies. He was a little bit out of position there. I think that came out of boom because he was in that little opening in the trains. But yeah, I have to agree. They did kind of see where 2 of the tanks were for Insidious Gaming, so they have to assume that the rest of them are up there in that really standard, really defensive position that we always see out of northern teams on Ensk. And I have to agree with you. I remember casting a game with you a while back, maybe in September or August, where we had a team just rush down the railway and just get demolished because, like, they were totally out of position. They were trapped. Yeah. The other team had such a better position, and in this case, they don't even have 550 tanks. So you are definitely right. They cannot go for that strategy.
Yeah, Nisa's starting to do the same with Calliope here. A tank is surely to go down to the T1 already gets taken up. Both T1s on the Insidious Gaming side go down already. Nisa starting to take crucial damage down to about 1,000. Like, he is, of course, in that KV5 though, so he can take plenty of punishment before he goes down. But oh, a huge shot going on to Elite now. Calliope down to 600. Deathskies as well, down to lower than 800 health. A lot of damage being thrown around on both sides. I still can't give a one-sided clear advantage because there's so much damage being thrown down right now. And the base capture as well being started by MiTH.Front Mission. I still have to give the positional advantage to Insidious Gaming because they're still in the city and they still have more cover now. So if this continues to play out like it is right now, I still have to say that Insidious Gaming are going to come up slightly down.
Yeah, and already one tier 8 tank going down for Front Mission. I see a bunch of them coming out too. Calliope's about to go down. Talp 1412 is also about to go down. There's another tier 8. I have to give this one to Insidious Gaming already. We have Deathskies right now sitting at 14 health. He's going to sit back. He's going to be fine. They also have 1 tier 8 tank also, like we mentioned before, being a light tank for MiTH.Front Mission, so that's going to be rough to come back from.
Yeah, definitely. So already MiTH.Front Mission losing 2 of their IS-3. That is a humongous loss, especially against the lineup of Insidious Gaming. They have 2 AMX-50s, they have 2 110s, and then that KV5 is just so incredibly tanky, has so much armor, so many hit points that, you know, they just could not deal with that. You know, Nisa's still alive. The other tanks on his team are fairly healthy as well. I think actually one of the Insidious Gaming tanks, it might be either Nikolai or Deathskies there, down to like less than 100 health, I think.
He's sitting there at 14 health.
Yeah.
He's just like backing off now. I mean, there is tier 1 or one of the front mission tanks up there, he might be able to take him out. But even if he does, I'm not sure if front mission can come back from this.
It's almost
you see so
impossible.
many healthy tanks here for Insidious Gaming, and MiTH.Front mission just grasping for straws now. Trying to get some kind of hits onto the Insidious Gaming tanks, but already with 2 tier 8s down, I'm not sure what they can do here.
Yeah, I mean, initially with that push up the railway, it was, that push works if the team guarding up north is unprepared. However, Insidious Gaming were completely prepared for that. They were actually waiting for MiTH.Front mission to make a move like that. Although MiTH.Front mission got some early damage first onto Insidious Gaming, it didn't even matter because of how well positioned Insidious Gaming were. Pushing into the city from the railway is almost always gonna result in a loss for your team, unless, like I said just right before, unless the defending team is unprepared.
Yeah, and I think IS Gaming, Insidious Gaming agrees with you, because they saw that the railway push was happening, and they just kind of came out of cover and were like, okay, if you want to fight like this, we're going to fight this. Because even though Deathskies took 1 hit before, Insidious Gaming got a good position, was able to fight against the front mission tanks, it still didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was pretty one-sided, as we saw before in that fight. Insidious Gaming, Deathskies did almost die, and it would have been a little bit close, but even so, so many of the front mission tanks were so low compared to the really heavy, the KV5 of Insidious Gaming as well, taking so much of the brunt of that first damage. So it just really kind of tumbled out of control, and Insidious Gaming won that fight pretty handily. I'm not sure exactly what front mission is trying to do here. We see a tank actually on your screen trying to sneak around here to the base, but Insidious Gaming could easily just turn around and forward that. It wouldn't be a problem. I think Insidious Gaming, to be safe, is probably just going to wait out this first one. I don't think they're going to try to go for a base capture, just in case. It is only 3 minutes left, and they can just wait this out and win by tier points. So I think that's what they're going to go for here.
Yeah, most definitely. So I mean, Insidious Gaming don't have any reason to risk, their position or any of their tanks for that matter. Kind of going back to that initial push, not only were Insidious Gaming better positioned, they also had the heavier guns, more firepower.
Yeah.
Almost in every sense, Insidious Gaming just had the advantage here. I think MiTH.Front mission, if they wanted to take this set, they should not have gone with that risky play. The railway push, it can work. And it is, it's a pretty good option, especially if you have a general idea on where those enemy tanks are. However, they went in completely blind. They should have at least, sent in those T1s. Even though they spotted, I think it was like Deathskies and a couple of those Insidious Gaming tanks, they were just completely out positioned. What they should have done is, once they spotted those Insidious Gaming tanks, is throw down damage and then pull back. Pull back to the southern part of the map, and then go through the city where you actually have cover yourself, and then there's an actual even playing field there. But yeah, help me please. Now about to go down here, and he is the second to last tank on the MiTH.Front side. Yep, and he does go down, and now top 14-12, the last remaining man.
And he only has 247 health, so this should be quickly over. Just going on that last point again, this goes even before that first fight. They picked a light tank on end, so that is not something we see